Okay, so this is the first video of 2021. Happy New Year. In this video, I want to talk about live streaming. The original video I recorded about live streaming on the 1st or the 2nd, something like that. And I was going to air it this week, but then I watched the video, DJ Keo, I'll leave a link in the show description. He was actually talking about live streaming. So I was like, well, you know what? Let me re-record this and touch on some things he may have been speaking about as well. I've been thinking about live streaming. I've been thinking about doing a live stream DJ set. I actually signed up for the live streaming subscription service on Mixcloud. And I did some test, live streams, not me DJing, just talking, just to see, what everything looks like, what the quality was like. And, I kind of realized that, with Mixcloud, you're sort of speaking to the choir, it's just like, it's DJs, it's like 90-95% DJs. Now you do see some individuals, some, even people, groups of people on Mixcloud just doing sort of like a talking head or sort of podcast sort of thing. So you do see that. But for the most part, it's a DJ platform. So you're DJing for DJs, basically. Just to get the whole experience, you really need to log in so you can, post a comment, send a person cash if you want to through some sort of a platform like that, Cash App or something. They do have something where, you can monetize your channel by collecting a fee or something like that. But I'm not even sure if that's viable because, again, think about it. When you're at a club, when you're at a lounge, when you're at a bar, the DJ is playing, right? You're not necessarily concentrating on the person's mix. You're not looking at the DJ necessarily. You're not waiting for the next song to play. See, and when I'm watching live streaming DJ sets, I'm waiting for the DJ to mix a song, right? So, a DJ may play a song for 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm just waiting for him to, or her to mix in the song. So the experience obviously is totally different watching someone on a live stream than it is, in the middle of the culture of, dance music, hip hop, whatever, at a club, a bar, a lounge. Because you're conversing with friends and, something may come in or you may hear a DJ mixing something in and, that may you may do something totally different, dance a different way, ask a bartender for another drink or something like that. It's just a totally different experience because you're sort of like embedded in the whole culture of like going out and things like that. So live streaming obviously is a little different. That's the Mixcloud thing, right? Again, DJ specific, you're speaking to the choir. Is it going to work? Maybe, but I'm not sure. Now you have platforms like Twitch and YouTube as well, and also Instagram. Now, I'm not quite sure how some DJs are able to just slide through all the rules and regulations of, just playing someone's music on a platform like Instagram. I guess, the celebrity gods are like saying, hey, let this person slide through. The next thing you know, they're getting like tens of thousands of views. You can't front on that. The person is there, they're doing their thing, they're making money, they're providing a service, people are happy. I know people who sit back and watch this, start to end. On a phone, it's not like you can, sort of pull up Instagram on a tablet. You can, but you're now dealing with portrait, landscape, all that sort of stuff. I don't know if I can watch a 2 or 3 hour set on television or something like that. Even the boiler room DJ sets that are on YouTube, the DJ is in front of people and you see all the other stuff happening and going on around the DJ, so that's kind of cool. So, and I definitely, me personally, would not do a DJ set stream, live stream on Instagram. I don't get that platform for live streaming a DJ set anyway. It's great for other things, but I'm not quite sure if it's a great platform for DJing. And then you get to Twitch. Now, I just recently signed up for a Twitch account. And I do see that DJs are posting to Twitch. And obviously you need to log in to post comments and things like that. But again, the whole Twitch thing is, it's a company owned by Amazon. Not quite sure why Amazon, with the behemoth that they are, just pay the labels and just say, hey, you know what, DJs, you can come and stream. They have all this money, all this this is the richest guy in the world, and I don't understand why they can't just create some sort of a relationship where they're paying the majors just so DJs could have the ability to actually play without getting some sort of a copyright ding or something like that. Now, I did hear that they've created relationships with some smaller labels, some indie labels, and then also some artists and things like that. So they're basically going to have like a, curated tracks for DJs to pick and choose from, so that they can play that way. I'm not quite sure about that either, because I may not necessarily want, I want to play something that's on that curated list that, we can only use without us getting like a copyright ding. I don't know if I want to do that. DJs are spontaneous. We may play something and then something's happening in the crowd and we're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to play this track because I think that that's going to create a certain vibe or take people on a certain journey. So, that's why we have so many, tracks in our sort of collection when we go out and DJ, because we're not quite sure what we're going to play. We may have an idea of like the sort of genre we want to play and where we want to take it. But again, things are spontaneous, so things may change. And then you have YouTube. Now, YouTube to me seems like the perfect platform for live streaming, DJs anyway, right? Because one, it's open source, so you can check it out on your phone, a tablet, desktop, laptop. I mean, if you want to post a comment, you can obviously log in, but it just seems like it's a more global platform, and it's, again, just open platform. Anyone can go to it. That just seems like the easiest platform to do live streaming as far as DJing, because again, it is an open source platform. Now, there are DJs streaming on YouTube, and there are ways to get around that. You do a little talking, and before your set starts, you have music playing in the background. So you're doing like a minute or 2 minutes of talking, and then you start your DJ set. Or, you're pitching music totally different. You're slowing it down. You may be able to slide through, without getting a copyright ding. It's weird because, you have to go through all that just to live stream, just to be, you're a DJ and you want to live stream on a platform. So you have to go through all these ridiculous sort of like, things just to get your whole DJ set through. I mean, me personally, I don't want to go through that. I mean, that's ridiculous to me to do something like that. And then the other thing you have are the sort of sets that you may have to create. You don't want to be a DJ doing a live stream and you're just in front of 2 decks, 4 decks, whatever, a mixer, and you're just DJing. What's going on in the background? Now, I've seen some DJs, they're in front of a deck and they have a nice vinyl wall behind them. That's cool. And then I've seen some other sort of live streaming DJ sets where, they have the motion graphics in the background and the lights and everything going on, and it's just too busy for that sort of small screen size. Again, be it a cell phone, tablet, even a laptop, that just seems like a very small screen to absorb, movement that's happening. So I'm not quite sure if that's something I would do as well. Me personally, again, I have been thinking about doing some live streaming as a DJ, but I spoke about how I'm not quite sure about the whole set, because I think if I did something like that, my set would have to be beautiful. I don't think I would do any like sort of crazy sort of movement with motion graphic, things like that. I think I just, hook it up with like maybe some really cool art, something really cool to look at. And I don't necessarily think, I want it to be an experience where people are watching me. It's just like something you can put on and, maybe you have some friends over on a Friday and you guys can just chill out, have some martinis and just listen to my music. If you want to, glance and take a look at me, see what's going on, that's fine. But, it's just like if you went to a lounge, again, it's just like you're at a lounge, you're with your friends, you guys are just having some drinks, some martinis, and you're not necessarily worried or looking at what the DJ is doing because the music is really background. Not unless you're in a club. The streaming thing is, That's something that I think that I do not want to do as a DJ. I do not want to do DJ live streaming. It's too much going on. It's just too many sort of legal issues, legal hoops you have to jump through. So, but anyway, those are my thoughts on live streaming. Again, something that I probably won't do, but I'm totally okay with exploring maybe doing some live podcasting, on platforms like Twitch and YouTube. And if you really want to do live streaming as a DJ, go over to Mixcloud. They have the live streaming platform. Don't have to worry about getting copyright dings because they paid the majors so that all that stuff is nice and free. And it's DJ specific. Just keep that in mind. So until next time, peace.